31st, New Year's Eve. And this is going to be part one of a two-part series. As you'll see as the video goes on, part two will take place a couple of days later due to the fact that I just ran out of time. And for starters, I went in here with a game plan of blow everything into the open, mulch them in, and that was plan A. That did not work as great as I thought it would have. Granted, I will honestly, openly admit that my gator blades that I have on my mower are pretty much worn out, so that was one reason why it didn't work. But plan B, honestly, plan A was to blow the leaves out into the open. Plan B was to actually mulch them in. So I ended up having to go to plan C and D, which was to one, load them across the property, and plan D was just accept the fact that I was defeated for 3 plans and my time on the property was prolonged longer than expected. So it happens to the best of us. I know I'm not the first. Granted, I'm solo doing all of this work, so it comes with the territory, and you just gotta make the best of it. So guys, I'm not gonna talk much. I hope you sit back and enjoy this video. It's gonna be a little bit longer than my average video, but just trying to get some content out there. Hopefully you guys enjoy the oddly satisfying views and visuals. I'll get back with you guys shortly. I'll chime in here every once in a while as thoughts come to my mind as the video progresses. So guys, one thing I'll put my 2 cents in about that I've seen across the platform, and I'll just give my opinion on it, is growth. Guys, in order to grow, you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, rather if you're starting from scratch, rather if you're starting from somebody, possibly selling you, and I was just keeping on the topic of lawn care, rather somebody's selling you their lawn care business and you're taking on that responsibility, or rather if you are pretty much green to the game, you got your first setup, you got your trailer, mower, everything you need, the basics to get started. Guys, growth does not happen for everyone overnight. You got to get some war wounds, you got to get some battle scars on you. This trial and error thing of going into a lawn care business is not easy. Everybody can get out here and get a mower and get equipment and cut grass. But once you get into it and you start dealing with the finances, you start dealing with the taxes, you start dealing with unruly customers that you have to decide whether if you're going to keep or, let them go. Once you start running into equipment problems and issues, vehicle issues, all of that stuff is going to come with the territory. And you just have to pretty much tell yourself, hey, I'm going to stick through it. I'm going to push through everything that comes my way, because every day out here in lawn care, and I guarantee you, if you're listening to this little spill in this video, I can guarantee you everybody can say every day in lawn care is not easy, especially depending on your area, because guys, it starts off pretty okay in the spring, but when that summertime heat rolls in and you're really out here getting to it and you're a solo operator, guys, it gets rough. I'm telling you. So just take it from me, take growth as, your stepping stools, coming up with a business name, coming up with, an idea of how you're going to run your business, coming up with a strategy to keep you going, rather if you're just seasonal, or rather if you're going to do this year round, what options are you willing to actually put into play to make sure your business grows and thrives? Because I'm telling you, the bad days are going to feel like you just, you can't win, you can't get over the hump. But at the end of the day, once you get past a lot of those bad days and a lot of those adverse days, you realize that, hey, you are strong enough to handle being a business owner, you are strong enough to handle, the growth it takes while, operating as an entrepreneur. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. That's just my little 2 cents in on, the 2025 season. Don't be afraid of growth. So guys, right around this time frame here was when I was realizing I really started to realize that this just was not about to work the way I wanted it. So I put a pause to the mowing. I just parked the mower. As I said earlier in the video, I just got the blowing. I even brought a tarp out, but on this particular day, this video ain't doing justice, but the wind was gusting pretty good on and off. You know how it is when you're out doing leaf job. The direction you want the leaves to actually be blown to an area that no one will say anything, just blow the leaves off the property. The wind is actually blowing the opposite direction. As time went along, I guess all the complaining and a little bit of asking God to please change his wind direction for a little while, the wind actually did work out in my favor, so I ended up getting everything done. Like I said, the time is a little bit longer than I thought it would have took me, because being on this mower right here, as you can see, it just did not benefit my game plan. So you'll see as the video goes on. Matter of fact, it should be in this next clip. I even broke the tarp out, trying to rake the leaves on them, but man, let me tell you, this just did not go as planned. An area, just to get them neatly blown off the yard, make the yard look good. But this was not my initial game plan to spend all this time blowing. This particular day one, I was low on 2-cycle gas anyway. That was another reason why I ended up cutting it short, because I only had a full tank on the Red Max, and I only had probably just enough to half tank to fill the tank back up to half once I ran out on the Red Max. So I was already pretty much in my mood. I'm done with this for the day. So once I got the front yard taken care of, you can see here shortly, looked great, got everything tidied up and in order. The client was pleased with the front yard. So at the end of the day, guess I did take a win. January the 8th, 2025, part 2 of the leaf project, and it was just doing the backyard. Again, had a game plan in mind, which I was not going to get on the mower at first. I was just going to take everything, blow it out into the open, away from the house, the structures and everything, blow the leaves out into the open. And as the video goes on, you see the strategy that I use. It involved bringing out the tarp. It involved using the mower at the end to tidy everything up. The mower was also used to help me get the leaves across the property, with the tarp. So guys, I just did everything that I could possibly do to make this as time feasible as possible. It still took me over 2 hours to get the backyard done to my satisfaction. And from walking out of the door trying to get the mower started this morning, the mower was trying to turn over, but I believe these frigid temperatures over the last couple of nights just had it weak, so I had to put the junk box on it to charge it up just a little bit more. Granted, that battery was probably just a little over 2 months old in the mower. I'm not exactly sure how long it was actually manufactured, but this day started off as coming out here, getting to the property, doing, the blowing, getting everything out in the open. And like I said, as you watch the video, you'll see how things kind of progress. I'm glad you can't read minds in these videos, just because, sometimes when you're on camera and you're trying to get content, things just don't go the way you want them to. It's just the nature of the beast of being on YouTube. So, guys, I'm done with the chatter. For now, I'll check back in once or twice more before the video is up. Continue to sit here and watch and enjoy this all this satisfying content. So guys, as we wrap this video up, I want to take the time again to say Happy New Year to everybody. I want to say good luck to everybody this year. We're getting your business, off to a great start this season. If this is your first season jumping out here being in the lawn care business, owning one, hey, much blessings to you. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to, go to anybody's, channel and ask for assistance, because we all have been there. We all have had to jump that broom to get into this business. When I first started lawn care, it wasn't, the easiest thing. I mean, opening a business, you can say, hey, I'm going to open a business, get your paperwork and all that. That's the beginning stages. But actually getting out here and getting your feet wet in the business and running into these adversity days, that's where reaching out and seeking advice comes in handy. But guys, as I wrap this video up, I just want to say how this yard right here has taught me a lesson, to self, and that is the leaves that I'm cleaning up are every single leaf off of the trees surrounding this property. I don't have many properties surrounded by leaves that I have to do leaf jobs, but this particular one, this is every single leaf off the tree through this entire video. And my game plan for this client this season, leading up into 2025 season, is, hey, I haven't said this before, but I'm going to bring it up to the point of, if I can come out here once a month during the off season and stay on top of these leaves, I will continue to charge you a normal servicing fee. But if it has to get to the point to where you're not wanting to do it that route, you'd rather all of them fall, and I have to come out here and spend. If I had to do all of this in one day, it would have taken me about 4.5 hours by myself. Because number one, the game plan, like I said earlier, it changed. My mulching wasn't going to plan, and I'm not going to sit here and half-tail do a job just because one plan didn't work. So 2.5 hours the first day, might as well say 2.5 hours the second day, looking at my time stamps on Instagram. But anyway, that's what I'm going to offer this season. I'll come out in the off season once a month, stay on top of this mulching, keep these leaves at bay to where it's easier to handle, or you're going to get charged a leaf cleanup fee, which is going to be a whole lot more than actually, the once a month visits. So guys, learn from me on this mistake. Stay on top of your clients, offer proper services, save yourself the headache in the end, because at the end of the day, it's your business. You got to do what's right for you and what makes things work and run smooth operations for your business. So guys, I appreciate you sticking it out to the end. If you did, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you find yourself a returning viewer and haven't already subscribed, I ask you to do that today. I ask you to give me a thumbs up today if you enjoyed this video and the topics that were discussed. But guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys, whoever stuck it out to the end. This is Simon from Grant's Lawn Care. Again, Happy New Year. Be safe. Prepare for the spring because it's on its way. Peace.